Hello, 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 everybody. We are back once again for another receipt chain of the Cafe and Diner archives. I'm your hostess, Madam Hellfire, and we're going to get right into BBVR01 of the BBVR receipt chain. It's from number 26 on September 4th, 1995, and it says, "How's it, dudes? We've had a returning customer fly in today. I'm sure you all remembered Mr. Trigano. For the new kids, let's just say he's a very important guy, yeah? I'm sure you can connect those dots, or at least 44 should. He's a clever little dude. Oh, I guess it's probably not enough just to know who he is, but what's his whole deal with us, yeah? Well, he first came into the cafe at around 1 o'clock 2 years ago, so like 93? He needed help, and we helped him. And then he kind of stuck around for a bit, and I started to get romantically involved with him. I know, not very professional to date customers, but something about him was just different. Hard to explain. Of course, dating long distances is hard sometimes, and things fell through. Not on great terms either due to, oh, well, I wouldn't worry about it none. So, now that all the old coffee is down the sink, let's get into the return of Mr. Trigano. He swooped in earlier this morning, just wanting to talk. I didn't think to turn on my cat comment, you know, I probably wouldn't in this case, because of our history and all. Aha, well, he wasn't coming by to rekindle things, I know that much. He's worried about Mrs. Pleasant. The two of them apparently go back quite a bit. They're cousins or something along those lines, and obviously Mrs. Pleasant takes her coffee at 3 o'clock, and she takes it bitter, while Mr. Trigano, he's more of a soft and gentle coffee with cream type. He's never really told me about their whole feud, but it's not just between them. It's a real big McCoys and Hatfields type of thing, not really any of our concern unless someone wants to buy us a cup and talk it over. So, all that to say, Mr. Trigano is going to be hanging around again, mostly to keep an eye on Pleasant, but apparently his home has been a bit turbulent since the whole breakup. Not our breakup, but the big, sad, blighty breakup. You know, she's been on a bit of a post-breakup mania, and Trigano wants to get away from all of that for a bit. I don't think he'll be actually coming in for coffee or whatever anytime soon, but if you need him, just yell for Chell, and I'm sure he'll come soaring in. That's very interesting to say the least. We got relationships between cafe and diner people and customers, and I'm assuming we're talking about Lucifer and the owner when they talk about the big blighty breakup. I'm not totally sure, and we don't have the records for 93. They are apparently not available. They are in the wiki, but I'm not going to do that if it's not on the actual Cafe and Diner Archives website. So let's continue on. The rest of these are going to be pass-coded, so we're going to have to use the wiki, and we will just start with the wiki for BBVR02. Saw the Discs of Fire in 1479 to 1425. It's 40 for trivia. I've got no idea what that means. Likes to park out of this world cars. Have you seen the Tully Papyrus? Who reigned from 1479 BC? I have no idea. Thutmose III. He likes Egyptian stuff, I guess. So let's throw that in there. Number 44, the next day, and it says, I had to see this Mr. Trigano for myself, so I gave him a call. Personally, I've never been much into this whole spooky monsters and magic thing. That's always been my sister and my parents' thing. However, Mr. Trigano caught my eye. 26 is correct. There is something about him that is different, almost extraterrestrial. The number did say I could work on a parking lot in my free time, and perhaps Mr. Trigano could give me a key of some sort. Oh yeah, also my first receipt. Exciting, but now let's get to business. As 26 mentioned in a report, Trigano and Pleasant are cut from a similar cloth. Not necessarily brothers, but cousins at least. They aren't demons in the same sense that perhaps Akka is a demon. Demons obviously come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, but you can generally categorize them into roughly 3 groups. At the lowest tier, you have bog standard demons, mortal souls that upon death found themselves on the other side. Above them would be Pleasant Trigano, blooded demons as I've heard them called. Basically, these are demons that were born in the other side, and thus their dad 9 times out of 10 is the biggest bad. And then above these blooded demons are the 7 princes of the other side: Lucifer, Mammon, Satan, Belphegor, Beelzebub, Leviathan, and Asmodeus. Their dad is for sure the biggest bad, and their mom is or was Eve, according to legend anyway, although it makes sense that their powers are somewhat divine in nature. Now, of course, this is just research I've gathered from the CAD files and from word of mouth from my family's dog. Long story. Well, not that long. He's my dad's familiar, a demon. We call him Norbert, and from what I understand, not much of this is new information, seeing as the number must know most of this already. But what we might not know yet is that I think Trigano and Pleasant are from that rare 1 out of 10 group of blooded demons not related to the biggest bad. I need some time to cross-reference, and my brief interaction with Trigano didn't reveal much. But maybe I could have a more extended chat with him, or perhaps even a chat with 26 about my theories. I love these kind of receipts. I love these kinds of exposition dumps where you find out more about how demons are coded, how they have a structure, what that structure is, and what it looks like. This is one of those receipts, and I can't wait to see what in DDBVR03 we find out next. And also remember, DD coded receipts or pass coded receipts are the most juicy. Alright, so it says 1 bad bite before Common Era. Research. Famous bite in BCE. Yeah, so it's, okay, that makes sense. Cleopatra makes a lot of sense here. Cleopatra, coming at ya. BBVR of the DD variety on the 12th of September 1995, and it's from the owner. Love it. Good to see Chell again. Well, again. While I am a bit hurt that I was not CC'd on Mop 4, as per usual, Flower was right, I found it anyway. Then again, she didn't do a very good job of hiding it from me. I understand though, and I appreciate the thought. Coincidentally, I won't be CCing any of you on this report, so best of luck finding it. Not that there's anything any of you need to know right now, although of course I expect my trusted associate to find it with ease. So, in that spirit, let's get into it. Viel ami? I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry, I don't speak French. I spoke with Chell about this Hermes and what he has to do with our Jenny. As you already are somewhat aware of the, well, let's say situation, I shouldn't need to explain too much about her condition. However, I will say Hermes is an unexpected curveball. What is that old sloth up to now? And if I had to make a guess, I'd say she's keeping tabs on us. If not that, then I am unsure. Despite my years of preparation, I can't say I recall Hermes slithering around our cafe. Not that I don't know of Hermes, of course, and you should be familiar with him as well, Felix. I won't connect all the dots here, but I'll say this much. Hermes is the same Hermes you are probably thinking of. What his presence, flip side or even other side, entails, not even I know for sure. He is in a unique league of his own, one that I was only briefly acquainted with. I know primarily of him through texts and what little Sarah told me about him. This also reminds me, much like any other snake, he's not dangerous on his own, but it would be catastrophic if any of our staff were to engage with him. That is a fight none of us are equipped to handle. In fact, it might even serve us well to ignore him for the time being. I doubt he'll harm Jenny. Wait, huh? Well, that could be a problem or a solution. Either way, whatever Hermes is going to do or not do, it's nothing we can do much about in the short term. Sarah, by extension, Mauve, holds not only the cards but the entire deck. What they want, they will get, one way or another. So it's better we just play along. If my suspicions are correct, Hermes might even prove useful. So wait, Hermes is something I only attribute to the god Hermes. If that's the Greek god Hermes, that makes things interesting. So there are gods and there are demons, demon gods, I guess. So this gets deeper and deeper the more we read into it. I'm curious to find out what the last receipt is. So we've got CBBRV04. It says, "My dear Sophia, remember to be calm, be loving unto men, be gentle, be peaceful, be..." And I don't know what that is. So it says, so anyone likes to read Apocrypha. Sophia or Sophia, and who is the GRS? Page 217 of Pistis Sophia as translated by GRS Mead, and it says, merciful. Submit. Interesting. So we have an entire conversation here. I'm still wondering who Trigano is. Anyways, this is from the 15th of September 1995 from Employee 71, and it says, Mr. Trigano paid us a visit late last night. We had a small chat about, well, a few things actually, but mainly concerning his distant relative, Mrs. Pleasant. I've included what I can in the transcript below, although I fear some of the coffee we shared together was a tad bit too hot even for the cafe. Right now, I have no plans to release those details in the form of a receipt, although I'm always happy to share what I can face to face. Most of what can't be shared isn't very interesting either, so I wouldn't worry much about it. Start of transcript. Chell, good to see you. Here for some late night coffee and comfort food, 71. Are you the only one here tonight? Why? Are you looking for 26 or looking to avoid her? That's not just a joke, don't worry. It's just me tonight. The new kids aren't allowed in the cafe alone. 62 and 17 are up north dealing with the customer, and, well, I'm not actually sure where the owner is. He can be rather hard to keep track of, huh? You're telling me. I remember when we first started this operation, he disappeared for weeks at a time. Ever since he was blighted, he stayed more or less in the cafe, but lately, he's been stretching his legs more often. Not sure if it's good that he's going out or terribly concerning. How is this blight? Is it worsening? Yes, unfortunately. Long freaking pause. I see. Well, if there's anything I can do to help, I'm afraid there isn't much that can be done for him now. He's too stubborn to ask for help anyway. Now, I assume you didn't just drop in to catch up, Chell. Ah, yes, I came to warn you about the Mothman. Pleasant? Pleasant? I don't see how she could be much of a threat. So you succumbed to it too. I knew it. Succumbed to what? It's calming aura. One of the Mothman's more dangerous skills, at least I'm immune. Chell, the bird beast, plucked a claw full of feathers from his arm. Here, take this. And be sure to give the rest of the cafe one as well. Oh, Pleasant. Damn. Like a fog is lifted, isn't it? Yes, thank you, Chell. I can't believe we were falling for it. Don't blame yourself. Even most lower demons aren't immune to the calm. Where is Indrid Cold? Cold? I'm not sure why. Long pause again. Interesting. Although I haven't seen or heard anything about Indrid Cold, or any other usuals from that area. I see. Still, though, it's strange. Doesn't Pleasant's calm usually obscure outside details like cold? Not to my knowledge. Typically, it only conceals its presence. Very strange. Well, in any case, thank you again, Chell. Your help is more than appreciated. Are you planning on staying for a while? Would if I could. I'm needed in Aurora. Although, if you need more feathers, you know how to get in touch. And, tell 26 goodbye for me. Just goodbye. For now, just goodbye. End of transcript. So, there you have it. We've been tricked into a false calm by Pleasant. Thankfully, Trigano's feathers clear the calm while held and usually keep it at bay for about, 12 hours after touching one. An important detail we seem to have either overlooked or forgotten is the ever-elusive Mr. Cold. Usually, where there is Pleasant, there is Cold. But he has shown no signs of showing up since Pleasant and Padre came to LA. There is a possibility he is waiting for Pleasant to make the first move. Still, though, we can probably expect to hear from him soon. As for Pleasant, well, we need to get back to work figuring out what her game is. With Mr. Trigano returning to the other side, we'll have less protection than before, but we should still be able to handle whatever disaster she tries to conjure up. And that is the end of BBVR. Okay, so I went and did a little bit of looking, and apparently Mr. Trigano is bird beast of Var, since that wasn't totally put out there, and I had to kind of look for it. This is the boy that is giving feathers, apparently. I like where this is going. I love getting to see like a little bit of the back end of things that were referenced in the previous receipt chain. I'll see you in the next one. Sweet nightmares. I just wanted to take the time to thank my Patreons and channel members. Your support is so appreciated. If you are not a channel member or Patreon and you would like to become one, there's a link in the description below. All channel members and Patreons receive 24 hours early access to all content posted on both of my channels. And all Patreons or channel members of the $10 Hellhound tier can request one horror-related video or stream topic, or one horror-related game that I play on my live streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Again, thank you so much for supporting the channel and the content that I make.